See the fiends gonna admire the dude with the fire, but the gangsters gonna respect the one taking that check. And will come for the neck of those who disrespect. I experienced gun showers, burned by gunpowder. Tears always jerk from the work of a lone coward. You know the feces in the game when that coward command power. And never go so hard that you really disgrace God. And never let a cat play around with your face card. And never go so hard that you really disgrace God. And never let a cat play around with. Hey yo, 31.
Top of the game. Salute, salute, salute. Shout it out, man. You already know what the 212 show, man. And we're basically here, man, to show you another to give your options, man. The internet is ridiculous out here these days. Soon as the rapper say, you know, I don't care if she his wife, Brooklyn know what it is, but the internet don't. Y'all start naming real women like y'all got subpoenas or something. What we doing? We solving a case here. Cut it out. This ain't a confession, man. That's Brooklyn talk. That's Brooklyn swag. That's ego. That's pressure. You know what I mean? Basically, what Favio said was, boundaries don't scare anybody, man. You know what I mean? But everybody want to blog about it. They want to talk about it. You know, they want to, you know, bust their jibs, so to speak. But the reality of it is, bro, is that, you know, it's just rumors, gossip, and hearsay, man. Nobody really know who did what. If they were a friend, they had a conversation. This is the industry, might I add. Okay? This is the industry. Yeah. So let's just dive right into it, right? Let's say him and Kimbella really had a conversation, right? But, you know, it was basically platonic. Let's say they actually had a vibe. We don't know. Me personally, I don't care. But what I do care about is the fact that y'all just randomly hop out the window. All this happened. Well, this happened. The dude is using terms that if I'm the receiver of this, then yeah, I'm gonna feel some kind of way, like, you know, damn, like, what about the feelings of the next person? You don't know what she going to do. You don't even know they're trying to reconcile, come back together. You know? Now I do feel like she should have bypassed all those surgeries and put more time into, you know, trying to bring him back full speed. Put more time into nurturing her husband, because yeah, as a man, we nurture our women, and our women nurture us. But apart from the Kimbella situation, let's be real. You have ever women, famous women might I add, that's been, you know, seen about with and all Fivio Foreign and other guys. Right? So I'm not going to jump out the window and get the screaming and yelling, oh, well, it's and that. Oh, yeah, he smashed. We don't know what happened. Right? We don't even know if the conversation was real. But let's go back to 2020. The first Fivio Foreign and Mary J. Blige sighting. Yeah, they said it was strictly business. Who am I to say that it wasn't? But we have Mary J. Blige, right? Time goes on. We've seen them a couple of times, but then in 2022, they're spotted and seen again. And then in 2023, where, I mean, Favio looking rather fond of Mary, you know. It's a very intimate looking picture at this point in time. You know, I mean, hey, look, see it for yourself. So we can't hop out there and say, you know, well, yeah, this happened or that happened, but we do know the industry. People do get around. right? I heard a few dudes, I read comments, you know, calling, you know, Kimbella died, saying she ghetto. Yeah, she's from Miami. I'm pretty sure, you know what I mean, you know, coming up out of Miami, out the hood, or, you know, however you're describing it. But she doesn't come from a broken home. She has a black father, a Caucasian mom, but nonetheless, not a broken home. So who to say she was ghetto, right? But more importantly, let's say she did sleep with Fivio Foreign. Her and Juelz Santana broke up. He filed for divorce on and so forth. How was that Jim Jones problem or Mano problem, anybody else problem with a woman doing whatever she want to do with her body parts? We have these conversations all the time. Like I mentioned, a lot of times these conversations take part in the barbershop. Take place on the block. I'm pretty sure people grinding right now, politicking about it. And there's always a dude like me, an elder, that pop out and say, yo, guess what though? If Juelz is no longer with her, they had their problems, right? Of course, him, drug abuse, so on and so forth, right? But y'all gotta understand, fame is a drug, man. Fame is a drug. And she done like, you know, cosmetic surgery and certain stuff like that or whatever, you know, I guess to keep the bag running, you know, love and hip hop, so on and so forth, or whatever. And when you're doing this, it brings attention, you know? What I don't like is I feel like when she was, you know, filming in the little night spot, the little empty night spot or whatever, and the little dirty ass hood nigga step in, you know what I mean? You know, to show his presence. You know, dirty nigga don't know how to stay in their place. You know how that go. Dusty ass little nigga. Then they continue to film, and the whole time they filming, Dusty Boy still sitting back there in the background, which showed you she very well could have known him before the fame. That could have been her boo. We don't know what situation it is. But I feel like she kind of played herself and exposed her hand with a dirty nigga after being married and dealt with Juelz Santana. You know, that's where the Birkin bag and the Louis bags came from. That's where the whips, you know what I mean? The G-Wags and all that came from. You know what I mean? So, you know, in that department, I feel like she could have put more respect, you know, whether it's their marriage, you know, their past marriage, divorce, whatever case may be. But Kimbella, never get caught outside with a dirty nigga after you just got through dealing with a motherfucking nigga that, you know what I mean, get to the bag and he fly, because Juelz put it on, right? Let's get back to the topic at hand, right? So instead of just running with what everybody on the internet said, I went and did research, right? And I couldn't help but notice the very affectionate look he had on his face. Him and Mary J. Blige took that photo. You understand what I'm saying? So let's say he wasn't talking about her, right? We started seeing him in 2020. Mary J. wasn't divorced until 2018, right? So now we got to dive into what year the song came out. Interesting, right? We know a lot of songs don't really hit until like 2-3 years later, right? So even though she was separated in 2016, Can Do, they weren't actually divorced until 2018. So that would make sense to put it in a song if anything was going on between them. Excuse me, Mary, I'm not trying to, you know, put that dag out there, but I just like to be a little bit more accurate than the rest of the cats that's just willing to get content and tear people's life apart without care and concern of what the next person may be going through. All right? That's why technically I'm really the most hated on YouTube, the most respected. All right? So just being 100 with it, man. Like, when do dudes wake up We already know the internet is ruthless, right? We know it's ruthless, right? Some people say it's undefeated. I don't agree with that either. Internet can't be beat. You know what I mean? But that's another conversation for another time. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, let's just deal with the facts, man. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, by the way, Paradise Social. I got a moment for you too, brother. All right. You know, you made a comment about you could tell I'm old school because I got on old jewelry.
Wow.
Hmm. It just mean I ain't have a reason to pawn it, baby. You know what I mean? You see the difference? You know what I mean? The euphoria hit different when your jewelry is like 100% gold damn there, besides what they use to keep it hard. You know, gold is soft. All right? So stay out of my comment. You call me Martin Luther King because I asked for, you know, G Unit, Dipset, and all the families to get back together. So I became Martin Luther King, according to you. Then you commence to talk about my jury and so on and so forth. It's that. Hey, brother, look, I got so many different pieces. I can wear what I want, when I want to wear it, how I want to wear it. And it's mine. I own it. Yeah. Just don't your boy look real nice with the minky on and all that? You know, we don't do half skins and all that. We do full skins and full skin hats. See how fluffy it is, full skin hats. All right. It just mean I come from old money, Slim. You know what I mean? So cut the shenanigans out and stay out the comment section. Put it in the comment section. Shout out to Illuminati Chani, man. Shout out to Harlem Legend, man. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, you know, dudes gotta understand, man. If you gonna come up here and you're gonna have a discussion about what it is. Like China said, we see things, you know what I mean? We listen to it, we talk about it. We feel like it's conversation worthy. So I felt like this was conversation worthy, man. You know, I felt like I should, you know, come with my particular angle because I do research. I look at things, so on and so forth. And be honest with you, although I'm in that environment, I've never heard nothing about Fivio Foreign, Kimbella. Not that my word is Bible, you know what I mean, or a stamp of fact, but it just is what it is, man. You know what I mean? So I wanted to come with my little angle of it because I did my homework quickly. Boom, 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 boom. Who else famous that Favio's been around? Female, traveled, went out to eat, hung out with, done songs with. Because him and Mary J. Blige have a song together as well. Let me not forget to add that. Because, oh yeah, he was hitting Mary. I'm not saying he was hitting Mary. I'm just saying they have a song together. They've been seen travel around, doing certain things together. That's how Mary is. You see how cameras linked up, they was moving around, and you know, she moved around with other people that we know in the industry, in the game. So yeah, you know, so it could have been just business, you know. But judging by one of the photos I seen, it seemed as though a relationship was formed. And I say relationship, I don't mean boyfriend and girlfriend, but it did leave room for speculation because it could have become big good friends. But Mary J. Blige made it clear she's no longer single, but she doesn't want to reveal who her boyfriend is. You understand what I'm saying? Oh, her husband. I don't know if she's no longer single. That's a large open window. It could mean I'm no longer single, I'm married now. Or it could mean I'm no longer single, I'm dating. Either or, she won't reveal who she's dating. But the last known person that we saw was Fivio Foreign. And as you can see, the picture looked rather intimate. You understand what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, you know, let's just be wise about the situation, right? We know certain people are just extremely messy, so when they want attention, they sometimes, you know, throw people under the bus. And by them throwing people under the bus, it throws us, the bloggers, the alley-oop to jump out there, create content, right? You know, as long as nobody's getting murdered or killed, there's no such thing as bad content. Just like in the industry, they tell you there's no such thing as bad press. Press is press. Once you hit the press, yeah, they might be saying, oh, he corny, he this and that, but it makes people go back and look at your work. You understand what I'm saying? So you got a hot record, ain't really getting no airplay. Us pinpointing or dragging you for not, having a hot record will actually make that record sell, or just run the numbers up due to people hitting it for views. So let's make it make sense, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's make it make sense. It is what it is. Everybody's saying, disrespect to Juelz Santana, but technically, whether you mean disrespect or not, he's still getting violated and drug across the internet. Then dude said that Fab tagged him. Really? Who says that? You know what I mean? Who really says that? Like what? Because the street nigga said that? You know what I mean? Like I said, I know most of these guys. But it is what it is. Now let me get to Mano. Mano, you said that, you're not pulling up to Max B because of your loyalty to Jim Jones. Guess what, Mano? That's your prerogative. Be as loyal as you want to be to whoever you want to be, because obviously these cats don't have loyalty. Instead of a cat calling your phone and expressing how he felt about your loyalty, he decided to go public and do a video. That tells you one thing right there. There's no loyalty amongst blacks. There's no such thing. And I once heard it out of a disloyal person's mouth. To me, I don't need loyalty. I need faithfulness. And the whole time that person was being disloyal, running around, doing whatever they wanted to do, and just really didn't know who I was as an individual and didn't know who they partnered up with, and not know that I knew everything. I knew everything. You know what I mean? Because I really played the game according to its rules. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Structuring the game, and I played by the rules because I studied it in detail. You know what I mean? Yeah. I play the game according to detail. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I just feel like, you can be loyal to whoever you choose to be. I don't care about Harlem or you being from Brooklyn. Bro, do you, bro. You know what I mean? Because my take on it is, I feel like Jimmy showed you loyalty. You don't got to be on that podcast. Jim Jones is capable of doing whatever he needs to do on his own too. Yeah. So by him bringing you in, I don't know the term of your conversation. I'm gonna make it somebody, but I know for a fact it was Jimmy idea.
You got the kids out with that warmed my heart when I seen that today. Yeah. My movie, the little movie.
Sit down.
How did it feel seeing them when you came home?
That's what I did. That's what I did too. Like I ordered the kids over, and
by him bringing you in and sitting down with you, Davies, the Fab, that's loyalty within itself. Just like when you started getting back in the studio to recreate and do certain things, y'all came together, you and Jimmy. I seen y'all moving around here and there, whatever, and y'all did the lobby boy thing. So quite naturally, from the lobby boy thing, it springboarded over to, let's rap about it. So if he's showing you loyalty, show him loyalty, man. You know what I mean? Bottom line. Doesn't matter if he was loyal to Cam or not. Doesn't matter if people feel like he wasn't supposed to interview Fivio Foreign because of anything that may have or may not have been with Kimbella. What that got to do with Jim Jones? That woman gonna do whatever she want to do with her body, right? Who to say that Jimmy actually knew there was any type of activity between the two. You see how that works? People can't hold me responsible because my man wife decided to be promiscuous or just be grown. She makes want to be grown and like it's right. I mean, come on. He's from Flatbush, man. Flatbush guys are very likable, man. We're extremely fly, might I add. Maybe she peeped his drip, how he was giving it up. Maybe it was something that he said. You understand what I'm saying? If she did go that route. But you can't hold a whole congregation. Oh, Mano was loyal to Jim Jones, and you know, Kimbella was dealing with so-and-so, and then Jim Jones brought him an artist to artist. Whoa.
He got the kids out with that warmed my heart when I seen that today. My movie, the little movie.
Sit down.
How did it feel seeing them when you came home?
That's what I did. That's what I did too. Like I ordered
artist to artist. Let's do it in reverse because it's the same thing. Artist to artist. That means he's interviewing an artist from an artist perspective. That means that he's conducting business. You know what that means? He has no communication or partnership with people's personal lives. Yeah. So, is it about Jim Jones interviewing Fivio Foreign, or are we just creating a whole, big parade of hoopla about Favio potentially having a situation with Kimbella? Come on, yo, we outside, man. Ain't no telling who laid down with who, man. That's what the industry do, man. You have a particular circle, and a lot of times, yeah, we fuck in the same circle, whether we mean to or we mean not to. You understand what I'm saying? So, it is what it is.
All that could happen because
they
we
exist.
seen that happen.
But after that happened, did you text somebody and say the Molotov? The Molotov is coming. They exist.
The bitches never came out. I didn't say. So it was nothing for me to be in defense about.
It take place after Juelz and Kimbella broke up. Guess what? That ain't none of Jim Jones' motherfucking business, man. It ain't none of Mano business. It ain't none of my business. The woman is motherfucking single. Like I said, she come from a low-income household out of Miami. But she did have both parents. Now let's just say Kimbella do what women do. Let's not forget that, we had the Gloria Velez's and, running around and, the Sugar J and Carmelo incident. A bad female is just simply a bad female. And make no mistakes, if a dude see a jewel or a diamond running around, and he perceives it as being a jewel or a diamond, you don't think he want to sport that, touch that, feel that, caress that? It's what people do, man. All right, so stop making a big issue, about, oh, well, this and that, so on and so forth. Because if it happened after her and Juelz break up, guess what? It don't even got nothing to do with Juelz no more. They're not together. They're not together. So what would Jim Jones supposed to do? Come here. Throw a chastity belt on her? You can't have sex with nobody that we know. So when you are amongst us, I'm putting the chastity belt on. I mean, it sounds crazy. It's ridiculous, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. You know what I mean? Hey, yo, China, hold up, man. You're Illuminati. Let me holler at you for a minute, man. Illuminati China, 050. Harlem Legend, 050. 050 Corey. Who's the ever got on China? I ain't stamp him. I don't know him. Man. He seemed uncomfortable on the panel, man. We don't do, uncomfortable things, man. We step outside. You know why? Because we 050. Put it in the comment section. Salute the 212 channel. We out, baby.